Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, we'll show you how KRISP improves any voice communication for call centers live and in real time, as well as empowers the agents and the supervisors to work smarter and act faster. We'll be covering the following KRISP call center AI features today: noise cancellation, accent conversion, voice translation, and agent assist. If you have any questions during the session or would like to dive deeper into how these tools would work for you and your call center, feel free to ask us in the Q&A tab. Our team will follow up with you after we're done with the demo. You can also find some preloaded documents in the Resources tab. You can also request a call from us from there. If you are in contact with a technology advisor, reach out to them for further conversation. Now let's start with the demos. Ishika, please share your screen and start whenever you are ready. The floor is all yours.
Hi David. Hi everyone. I'm Ishika. I work as a call center agent in India. One of the biggest challenges for me is background noise from everyday environments. Right now, you can hear a quite busy background noise on my side, things like a fan, other people talking, and just general call center buzz around me.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that. It's a little bit distracting during a call, I assume.
Let me turn on noise cancellation so you can hear the difference. Okay, now crisp noise cancellation is on. You should hear the background noise disappear right away and the audio becomes crystal clear. What's important here is that crisp clears the noise coming from the customer side as well. Just two toggles and the call becomes free of background distraction bidirectionally.
That's great. Thanks, Ishika. Now that the noise issue is solved, could you tell us how crisp accent conversion helps you in your daily life?
Of course, it happens quite often that customers would ask me to repeat myself or slow down. That makes the conversation longer and frustrating for both sides. All that is because my accent isn't familiar to them. This is where crisp accent conversion comes in. So, right now, you're hearing my natural voice with my natural accent.
And now I turn accent conversion on. You can hear the difference right away. My accent is dialed down, but I still sound like me. My voice and my personality stay the same. With Chris, customers understand me from the first time, and the conversation just flows better.
Thanks, Ishika. That was our Indian accent conversion. So let's look into some of our other accent packs that we offer as well. Hannah, whenever you're ready.
Thanks, David. Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah from the Philippines. My accent is different from Ishika's, but I've had the same experience where people sometimes ask me to repeat myself or just hang up because my English doesn't sound the same as theirs.
I've turned accent conversion on now. What I like about this is that I don't need to go through accent neutralization trainings and don't have to force myself to sound different. I just pick naturally and crisp this to work in the background.
I can totally relate to that, Hannah. I'm Carlos, I'm a call center agent from Cuba, and honestly, sometimes my accent used to feel like a risk on a call.
Now I have accent conversion on. With KRISP, what people hear is not where I am from. They just hear clarity and professionalism. That changes the whole dynamic of the conversation.
Hi everyone, I'm Susan from South Africa, and I've seen how accent can really affect trust, especially when customers are already stressed or upset. Let me turn on accent conversion now.
This makes a huge difference. Customers understand me more easily from the first sentence. The tone of the call is calmer, and it's much easier to build trust. It's not about changing who I am, it's about removing friction from conversation. It's become a real part of how we work. Customers understand us more easily, and that builds trust much faster.
Thanks, everyone. So we've looked into how KRISP helps with canceling background noise and voices and soothing different accents. Now let's talk about the next barrier, language. So KRISP voice translation comes to solve that trouble, and it translates the agent-customer interactions bidirectionally in real time. It currently supports around 60 languages in any pair, and we will look into Spanish and English language pair right now. And what you'll hear as an audience is exactly how the customer would experience the interaction. The agent's original speech will be played at a lower volume, while the interpretation will come through more clearly in the foreground. For the agent, the experience will be the same, just reversed. So now Carlos will speak in Spanish and I'll speak in English. So Carlos, whenever you're ready, please turn it on and then we can demonstrate.
Sure, let me turn on voice translation.
So Carlos, how does this work in your case?
Entonces, Carlos, ¿cómo funciona esto? En tu caso,
Con KRISP, el cliente y yo podemos hablar en distintos idiomas.
with
sin
KRISP, the
fricción y
client
sin
and I
necesidad de un
can
intérprete
speak in
humano.
different languages
La traducción
without
es
friction
instantánea, así
and
que las
without the need
conversaciones son
for a
fluidas,
human
naturales
interpreter.
y mucho más eficientes.
Translation is instantaneous, so conversations are smooth, natural, and much more efficient.
And what language did you just hear me in?
¿Y en qué idioma me acabas de oír?
Yo te escucho en español y te respondo en español.
I hear you in
Pero tú
Spanish,
lo recibes
and I answer
de tu
you
lado
in
traducido al
Spanish,
inglés.
but you receive it on your side, translated into English.
Thank you, Carlos. That was great. So, and before we move on, we'd also like to show you one more language example, but this time in French. So for that, let me bring in Sargis, who will help us with the demo on how voice translation feels when the agent is speaking French and the customer is speaking English. So Sargis, what does voice translation change for you on a call?
Alors, Sargis, qu'est-ce que la traduction vocale change pour toi lors d'un appel? The conversation is becoming simpler and faster because I no longer need to wait for an interpreter or to search for my words. I can focus directly on the client's demo and the conversation stays smooth.
Does this require any extra effort from you during a call?
Cela exige-t-il un effort supplémentaire de ta part? Pendant un appel? Not at all. I just speak French naturally. KRISP translates everything automatically into English for you.
Thanks, team. That was great. So far, we've seen KRISP helps to level up comprehension for the customer. However, it should be both ways. There are many cases where the customer has an heavy accent, speaks quickly, or the audio quality is low, and the conversation can be hard for an agent to follow. Live captions is part of the Agent Assist product and is there to help. It gives agents real-time captions of the customer speech so that no word is ever missed. It's accent and noise robust, as well as it can be handled multiple different languages during a conversation. Ishika, can you help with the demo? Please add some background noise to your environment and let's have a quick chat. I'm sharing my screen now and I'm turning on the live captions feature.
Sure, let me do that.
Ishika, could you please talk through that noise and act as a customer rather than an agent?
Sure, David. For example, a customer might give me such information during a call. My account number is 456789112 and my postal code is 49107. I see your KRISP app nicely captioned it.
Indeed, I can easily read the captions and follow the conversations. Do you mind giving me another example, though?
Yes. My date of birth is November 27th, 1998. My address is 13 Freedom Trail, Boston.
Perfect. Thanks for helping, Ishika. So another challenge that agents face is compliance. In many teams, the agents are required to disclose legal compliance information in a verbatim way or state regulatory text, and forgetting that can be very risky. So team-wide compliance macros are very handy here. The macros are uploaded by the admin and are instantly applied to the whole team. You can see that I have uploaded a few myself, and they are now available in my widget to be played when I need it. It makes compliance simple, reliable, and much less stressful for agents. And when an agent needs help in the moment, whether that's product info or internal policy, they can use KRISP Knowledge Chat to instantly have the answer. It is part of the Agent Assist and works directly inside the KRISP widget. I have KRISP-related knowledge integrated into my personal app, so let's try that out. So I just typed this question, and now Agent Assist pulls the answer from the pre-configured and team-approved knowledge sources and shows the source citation as well. So agents get consistent, trusted answers without searching, switching tabs, or guessing. That keeps responses aligned across the team and reduces mistakes, especially in complex and regulated environments. The chat can be used anytime during or after the call. And once the call ends, Agent Assist also takes care of what usually takes the most time in the after call work, the summaries and action items. Here, that I'm sharing still, you can see the after call summary that was generated automatically from an agent customer conversation. It gives the agent a clear structured view of what just happened, what type of the call it was, what the main issue was and how it was handled, what follow-up actions are, and also how the call went overall with our performance tab. It gives performance feedback and key call stats so agents can continuously learn and improve. All of this is generated instantly and securely without the agent manually taking notes or switching tools. They can copy it straight into their CRM here with one click and move it on to the next call. It saves time, improves accuracy, and lets agents easily navigate their busy days. So Agent Assist is really about removing friction from every part of the agent's workflow, before the call, during the call, and after the call. It's there to support the agent, reduce mental load, and help every interaction run more smoothly. Before we wrap up, one quick look at what comes next. Everything you've seen today, cleaner audio, clearer accents, real-time translation, and agent support also creates high-quality call data. KRISP Speech Analytics turns that data into visibility for supervisors and leaders. Instead of manually reviewing a sampling of calls or relying on spot checks, teams get automatic call scoring of 100% of the calls to consistently evaluate quality, performance insights to where the agent needs coaching, compliance monitoring to catch any violations or risky moments and act accordingly. This gives leaders a continuous view of what's really happening on calls and not just a handful of examples. The result is a faster, fewer compliance risks, more consistent customer experiences across the team, as long as faster coaching as well. We'll start sharing more about speech analytics in the upcoming sessions, but the key idea is simple. KRISP doesn't just improve individual calls, it helps teams improve at scale. So that brings us to the end of what I wanted to show you today and what we've wanted to show you today. You've seen KRISP noise cancellation, accent conversion, voice translation, and agent assist in action. If you'd like to go deeper or see how this would work for your team, you can book a session with us right from the resources tab. We've also received some great questions in the chat, so our sales team is going to follow up with all of you shortly. Thank you all so much for joining today, and everybody have a great day. Thank you.